really with that, it's just my incredible pleasure to introduce our first speaker, Tiffany Milliman. Tiffany is the founder of Confidence LLC, a branding and marketing consultant agency that helps give people confidence. She does this by creating a foundation that is true to the person, event, and environment. Her intuition guides her along with years of experience. Tiffany ties her love of fitness with her passion for philanthropy. Every year, she is the lead spin instructor for the Fitness for the Cure event and recently partnered with St. Vincent de Paul on a mission to spark generosity. In addition, Tiffany found herself married at 17, a daughter at age 20, and divorced at 21 with very little skills and opportunity. And yet she's really been able to rise above. So a warm summit welcome for Tiffany Milliman.
Thanks, Walter.
Yeah, it's amazing. And Tiffany's also my fiance, so I'm incredibly proud of who she is and the person she's become. So why don't you just describe a little bit for our audience, what's it like to be married young, have a daughter, and then all of a sudden find yourself divorced?
Well, it was a shock. It wasn't an easy journey. It seems like it was just yesterday, but it was 16 years ago, or 14 years ago, that I finally left. So, yeah.
So how about your greatest challenge through that process?
I think for me, over the last 14 years was I didn't really know who I was, and I didn't really have a purpose other than my daughter. And my goal was to raise her in a stable environment and give her as much hope as I possibly could give her, and just a solid foundation for her to grow and develop herself. And I kind of lost sight of myself, and I lost sight of what I needed as a woman and as a parent. And so over the last few years, I went on this discovery of really finding myself, and I did it in various ways. One was doing an Ironman, and the other one is a lot of personal development, and that really sparked after I developed cervical cancer at one point, and it just kind of woke me up, and I just needed to do something more with my life.
How did you deal with the doubt?
I'm a survivor, so I can really survive anything. I think there was always doubt in the back of my mind. Can I do it? Can I figure this out? Can I support myself and work 4 jobs and raise a daughter on my own? And I just powered through it, and here I am.
A lot of women are going to view this, and they're going to look at you and say, there's no way that Tiffany Milliman has had much adversity in her life. And yet there was a point in time in your life that you found yourself in the food line. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I was a single mom working 2 to 3 to 4 jobs, and found myself only able to work certain hours of the day because I had to care for my daughter, and so I was limited to the amount of work that I could do, and I found myself having to get food boxes from time to time over the years just to make it by. And one case in particular, we were going out to dinner, and my daughter really wanted to eat at Chick-fil-A, and all I had was enough to buy her a kid's meal. I didn't have enough for me, and I went up to the line and I paid, and the woman said, "Aren't you eating?" And I said, "No." And she said, "Dinner's on me." And it was just something I'll never forget, and it really was a light for me.
What do you want to say to the single mothers that may see this segment, see this program, and are struggling?
I think the main point that really sticks out to me is it's really important to take a look at your past and really heal it. And you're not going to really be able to move forward until you do that. Move forward in a powerful way. And I think really looking at your side of the street and what it is that you can do, and really try to stop blaming the world and stop blaming others, and just kind of take your own ownership and take control of your life. And that's what helped me.
Because I know you had a challenging relationship with your ex-husband. Talk about how you've been able to really bring that back together.
Yeah, I recently, over the last, year or so, year and a half, have developed a very great relationship with my ex-husband, and we talk often, and we have family dinners together, and we do events together, and I include him in every aspect of my daughter's life. And a lot of that had to do with really me looking at my life and taking responsibility for my part and just owning up to that, and I stopped making him wrong.
That's incredibly powerful. Taking ownership and your side, something that sometimes is very challenging. So how do you go from single mom with very little educational skills to branding expert?
I think over the years, I worked in different restaurants and different fitness facilities, and I've always had really great ideas throughout the years to help these companies that I worked with, and I would share them with them, and I would do it for free and for fun, and it's something that I've done probably for at least 8 years now, and it was something that always stood out to me as it was just came so natural, and I really wanted to do something more with it, and that happened last year when I decided to go full blown with my company and really develop myself as a business owner and just gain confidence.
How did you walk through that fear? Because that's amazing how you can go from kind of an idea to execution. Was there a point in the middle? And I think I speak for so many people that will be watching that got a great idea, but then the next thing that comes in their mind is, I don't have the education, I don't have the skill, I don't have, Mr. Doubt comes in. How did you handle, in your world, Mrs. Doubt?
Well, ultimately it was, I just realized that it was something that I was good at, and I did some work for a couple of different people, and they were like blown away at my ability to create revenue for them in a way that they had never experienced, and I was able to provide a service that was just that came so natural to me. And I know I didn't really have years and years of experience doing it, but it was something that I just had as a natural talent, and so the doubt of transitioning from what I was doing to this, it was scary because I didn't really know what it would be on the other side, but I always knew that it was in my gut. If my gut said this is you and you can own this, it was a no-brainer.
Fantastic. It's incredibly inspiring, your journey. Last thing I want to talk about, you and I were at a St. Vincent's de Paul fundraiser. Mm-hmm. Describe what happened there and then what you did with it.
So I think it was Thanksgiving last year, and we were invited by an amazing couple to attend this event, and I happened to be sitting in the front row, and sitting in the front row is such a different experience. And we were sitting there and people were sharing their stories, and there was a woman that was on stage, and she had my story. She was a single mom barely making it by, and somebody paid her electric bill, which helped her to get to the next month. And I just resonated with it. It just struck me to my core. And at the end of the event, they asked every person in the room to take the $20 bill they had put in a champagne glass at the table for everyone, to take that and really make a difference in the community and really make a difference for someone that was hand-to-hand direct contact that would just spark generosity. And so what I did is I took that, but I took it in a way that was a little bit more than what they asked, and I decided to help. I believe I've helped 5 or 6 families now by furnishing their homes with money, donated money, personal money, furniture that is donated, and really provide the in-between, because I've been there. I've been without furniture, I've been without food, and I used to always say, you know, when I make it, then I'll help. And I realized in that moment that it was always there inside me, and it was always something that I could have done, and I didn't even know that just a little thing, that passion that I've been there, I could help others in a very big way, and so that's what I've been up to, and it's been great, and I'm furnishing some more homes currently. So.
Oh, you're amazing. You're the perfect kickoff speaker. So Tiffany, you know, I love you, and thanks for being here.
Thanks. Love you too.